Good morning. It is May the 25th, 2017. Time to kick off another trading day with our usual disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under overcompensated for the impact of any certain market factors, such as the lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, I'm just going to show you the E-mini right here. The E-mini closed strong yesterday. The strong closing was attributed to the FOMC minutes. There's our move out of the middle. Combine this. There's the extension in Asia, and the market peaked in Frankfurt. So rolling down and looking at the note market, and this is the last day of this week's auction. You can see that the market had some sellers. We'll go do a K split right here on Frankfurt, and you can see that it started to sell in Frankfurt, but we found buyers here at 126.02. So what we're dealing with is the 7-year auction right now, and that tends to support the market. So my guess is we're going to have a trading range market with an upward bias today. First sell band will be 7 to 11. Obviously selling against these highs is a better place to do it than 7, but we've got to get through 8 first to get there. So this is resistance. This is where resistance does lie. Then 15 to 19 for sell 2. On the buy side, like to buy ones or better, but may not be able to get it done at that level, so having them test the overnight session high. So we'll make 30 to 02 buy 1. Let them get stops beneath this. This is a B. We have a chance for some selling. And then 21.25 for buy 2. International trade minus 64.6 billion. No one pays any attention to it. Jobless claims 237. That's probably the big piece of news today. Natural gas plus 72B. Natural gas traders will pay attention to that. And then KC Fed at 7. So jobless claims number, direction of ES, and 7-year auction. And the 7-year auction is the most supportive thing that we'll deal with today. Trump is off for NATO meetings today. Don't imagine anything will change, but it's amazing how just different person in the White House, all of a sudden NATO members are starting to make contributions to their military and defense spending as per the long-term agreement. Been years since they've done that. They've used the United States as their backstop to further their social spending. Everything is paid for in Europe. Now, you may not like your lifestyle. It's better than it is in the ghettos. Welfare in the United States, but the average wage, average earnings, size of the living is much smaller or lower in Europe than it is in the United States, and it's amazing how our politicians want to take us to the same levels. Take everybody down is what they want to do. Everybody can be equally miserable given enough time. Okay, looking at the 30-year, resistance is the buck to 04. Sell 7 to 11. 15 to 19, sell 2. Yesterday's 5-year auction was the best 5-year auction we've seen in a long time. That bodes well for today's 7-year auction. Okay, supports at 20 to 24. First buy is 13 to 17, followed by 5 to 9 for buy 2. Looking at gold. Gold was unchanged when I looked at it a couple hours ago. Pretty tight. So, resistance is at 59 to 61. 63, 65, pretty much where we were last night. On the buy side, 54, 56. And 50, 52. I think things are winding down for the Memorial Day weekend. At the euro, Merkel's comments are still impacting the euro. Switzerland's, Germany's, and France's banks are closed today. Tends to quiet the markets down. We had a 40 to 50 sell in the euro last night. Still looks reasonable, maybe 45, 55, sell 1. Pick up the top of value right here. Sell 275. On the buy side, 112 even. 1210, and then 111.75 for buy 2. Like it's trying to trade lower. We'll see if that actually happens. Okay, crude's a rumor fact. We talked about 9 months was what was expected yesterday. If it was 12 months, crude oil would rally off of that, but it probably wouldn't go too far. And if it were 6 months, it would sell. And we have a rumor fact trading situation where even though it has not been officially announced, several OPEC members are telling the press that it's a 9-month deal. That probably puts a floor in for the market. And we're looking at, we said 47 to 52 a week or so ago. So I think we're sticking with the range. And what did we make last night? There's your 52. So our ability to look over the horizon and come up with reasonable price forecasts is pretty damn good. And for position traders, you can make your play in options, or you can trade gold and make probably an easier trade to manage in futures. Although I do kind of like options because when you put them on, you can't day trade options. They're not the proper vehicle for that, so it forces you to think about a position and put it on and see what happens. And it's not like you have an open-ended loss. You know what your loss is when you go in. So crude, rumor fact. So lots of breakout points. The low volume number right here basically is 50. So 50, 50 and a quarter by 1. 49.50, 49.75 by 2. On the sell side, we're at 63, 51 up here, so 50, 75, 51, sell 1, 51 and a quarter, 51.50, sell 2. Okay, the E-mini. Go back and we'll take a look at that. Started in Asia. Had a strong close here. We held the late gains. Yesterday's strong close. The Globex openings attributed to the FOMC minutes. The economic weakness or softness of late is transitory. We'll see if it is. And so we made new contract highs in Asia. The Asian markets were up collectively 3.25%. Europe's markets were up 0.87%. So Europe's markets were not as strong. Definitely dealing with nothing but P's behind us. So 2402, 2405, buy one. And then we'll make 95, 98, buy two. Leaning against 2400 is probably the best trade. You can see right here the break in the markets at 2400, 2402. Sell failure to take out 24, 12, 15, 19 to 21, sell two. The trade still remains buy the breaks. I don't think that's going to change until Trump's tax package is known. It tends to make for very slow trading. The market opens higher and sit there. We just don't get a lot of volatility. Yesterday we had less than 4 points. Trade with for a couple of 3 hours. That's very, very difficult to work with. International trade minus 64.6. Jobless claims 237. I guess the news focus will be jobless claims. Plus 72B. Nat gas inventories. KC Fed 7. So that will be the news focus. And I believe one Fed governor speaks today. That might have the biggest influence on the market. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up, posted, get it all done. Going to get busy on that. I'll be back with you as soon as possible.